ZNS Total Sports is brought to you by Fourth Terrace Diagnostic Center.
Good evening, Bahamas. I'm Ahmad Knowles with your Friday Sports. News from Puerto Rico moments ago, the Bahamas senior women's national basketball team picking up a win over Costa Rica 55-49. Bria Forbes finishing with a team-high 16 points. The team finishes 2-2 during its trip to Puerto Rico for the Central Basket Women's 2018 Championship and finished 5th out of 7 teams. We'll have more details on this story in tomorrow's newscast. And some young Bahamian tennis players excelling in a tournament overseas. Bahamians Michael Major Jr., Jackson McTaggart, Kai Reese, and Patrick McTaggart are in Forest Hills, New York, playing in the 6th annual Little Mo's International. Michael won his semifinals match 6-1, 7-5, and is now in the finals. Jackson McTaggart won his semifinal match 6-1 and 6-love and is also in the finals. Kai Reese played well but lost in the quarterfinals 6-1 in both sets. And a similar fate for Patrick McTaggart, who lost in his final match 6-1 in both sets as well. Little Mo's International is open to players worldwide between the ages of 8 through 12. These tournaments are designed to provide good competition while fostering new friendships and sportsmanship. Players are also able to gauge their tennis ability against players of the same age. And after being named the 6th Woman of the Year in the WNBA, Jonquel Jones actually in the starting lineup last night, the 4th-seeded Connecticut Sun, as they played the 5th-seeded Phoenix Mercury in a second-round single-elimination playoff game at home. The first quarter was close with the Sun holding a slight 25-24 edge. The Sun managed to increase their advantage to 44-40 at the break. The second half belonged to the Mercury. They outscored the Sun at 32-27 in the third and 24-15 in the fourth. The Sun won and done, losing 96-86. Jonquel, a good all-around game, finishing 6 for 9 from the field with 13 points, 7 rebounds, and 7 assists in just over 26 minutes on the court. After having their way with BTC on Tuesday before the heavens opened, Sunshine Auto Wildcats had to scratch and claw in this one as the MPSA finally able to close out its regular season last night. BTC actually held a 5-3 lead in the 4th inning, but from there the Wildcats would get it together, showing some championship pedigree, scoring the final 9 runs in the game en route to a 12-5 victory. First baseman Krishana Persenti on the team's win.
Oh man. It was a little bit rough tonight, starting out compared to the game prior, which was Tuesday night where we were beating them. We should have won that game. We lost, came back tonight, but we pulled through. We knew this was a game that we had to win, so we got the win.
She also credited the team's small ball lineup.
Oh man, the small ball, it had to work. We were pressuring coach at small ball. Once we get that, big batters come up, then we'll take it. We just really wanted to win. We needed it, and we got it.
Now, as for her expectations for the playoffs.
If I'm correct, we're playing the same team for the playoffs, I think, and we know exactly what they have. Like the team that they brought out tonight was in the team that was here on Tuesday, so it was a little rougher, tougher, but we're going to go back to the diamond for practice and come back ready for playoffs. We want to relax during the first round and enter for the championship. So once our pitcher gets her rest, we'll be good to go.
Melinda Bastian says despite the loss, the team still remains confident they can make some noise in the playoffs.
Well, all I can say is we lost tonight, but we got to get it together. Playoffs start Saturday, and I think we're seeing Wildcats again in the playoffs. We can beat them. We just need to cut down on the errors and focus on getting our bats together.
With that win, the Cats secured the pennant and a first-round matchup with the same BTC squad that they faced last night. The other half of the ladies' playoff bracket will feature the Platinum Pool Sharks and Johnson Lady Truckers. As for the men, the big one there will be the 2 versus 3 matchup between the Commando Security Truckers and BTC Warriors. The CNS Hitman won the men's pennant and will face off for the Chances Mighty Mints. And Buddy Bucket's doing exactly that. Buddy Hield taking part in the Rico Hines Open run at UCLA this past week, which has become a staple for NBA players over the past few off seasons. And Buddy's competition, not exactly slouches. Also competing were several other NBA players, including MVPs James Harden and Russell Westbrook, and All-Star Paul George. Buddy can be seen torching defenders in the roughly 17-minute-long clip. Other NBA players that participated were Warriors forwards Jordan Bell and Kevon Looney, as well as Raptors guards DeLon Wright and Fred VanVleet.
Hield, who figures to be an integral part of Sacramento's rotation this coming season, averaged just under 14 points last year while shooting 43% from behind the arc. Well, the New Providence Football Association gearing up to start another season. We caught up with one of the league's clubs as they get ready to make some serious noise. Head coach of the Dynamos Football Club under-18 girls squad, Carl Lynch, on how things are shaping up.
Then back in the swing after a long summer break. So we're working on fitness, some technique, also a little bit of tactics. In particular, defense, we want to work on that this year. So we're focusing on that in the early goings.
As for his overview of the league,
Got a variety of girls out here. Most of them are 16, 17-year-olds. We have some 14 and 15s in here, various schools, public and private schools, various backgrounds. So they all come together to play and represent for Dynamos.
Al Lynch telling us the difference he sees in coaching between the male and female players.
I find the girls are more dedicated, and they will run through the wall for you, and it's unconditional, and they'll do it and work hard. And in the rain, I couldn't get them out of the rain right now. It's coming down, and so that's the main difference I find with the girls. And they'll come out there and have fun with each other, no attitudes. They pull and root for each other, whether they're on the field or on the bench or whatever. So, I love it.
6 teams are expected to compete in that division this season. Wanted to know how the Bahamas manages to attract some of the big names in college basketball. Well, this lady's a vital part of that. Lee Miller-Tooley, president of Complete Sports Management, on some of the big schools brought down this year.
Bring a lot of the men's college basketball teams down to the summer for the Bahamas, and it's really an unbelievable experience for all the universities. We've had Kentucky, we've had North Carolina, Presbyterian, and Grand Canyon University.
He adds that staple events such as the Battle for Atlantis makes the Bahamas sports tourism brand that much more attractive.
Yeah, definitely. I do a lot of outreach to represent the Bahamas, as well as, just through the relationships that we've created through Battle for Atlantis. We have the top tournament in early men's season college basketball, and through the exposure of ESPN, as well as having the Bahamas Bowl with ESPN, it's really showcased this country to the world, and especially the world of college basketball.
The Summer of Thunder series wrapped up earlier this week.
And that's a look at sports on a Friday. I'm Amajal Knowles. Tonight's final weather forecast is up next.